2021 has just started, and I thought, why not talk about movies that I'm really excited for this year. I'm gonna go from number 10 to 1, the least excited I am to the most excited, but these movies I cannot wait to see in 2021. So number 10, we kicking off the list, we have The Little Things, and it stars Jared Leto, Denzel Washington, and Rami Malek, 3 Oscar winners. Say what you want about Jared Leto in The Joker. If you think he's a bad actor just because you've seen him in Suicide Squad and how his Joker didn't pan out the way you wanted, watch Dallas Buyers Club. He's incredible in that movie. He won an Oscar for it, and he's perfect for this role in which he plays like this psychotic killer type person. That's what this trailer is showing us. What this character is, and it stars Rami Malek, who's a great actor. I love him in Bohemian Rhapsody and in Mr. Robot. And then Denzel Washington, there's nothing you need to say about him. He's Denzel Washington. Also, this movie is a murder mystery that takes place in LA, which is a perfect spot for doing these dark, sort of grim stories and stuff. And I like murder mysteries, and I hope John Lee Hancock does something unique with this. I'm just sold on this movie just with the concept of it being a murder mystery and having A-list actors in it. I'm already sold. So I'm going to be checking this out and putting out a review. So Babylon is another movie coming out this year, I think around December. It doesn't have a definitive release date yet. It's directed by Damien Chazelle, and the film is about the transition period between silent films and then finally having movies with dialogue and as they're called, talkies. And this film has a stellar cast. It has Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, and even Tobey Maguire. I haven't seen him in a movie in a long time, so that's another big reason. Also, I like this historical, classical film type era. I think that's a very cool era. We don't get a lot of movies like that. We got Monk this past year, which was pretty good, and this is gonna be a great movie, I hope. Number 8, Don't Look Up, is directed by Adam McKay. I don't even know what this movie's about. I'm already sold. It has probably the biggest cast ensemble in a long time. I mean, we're looking at Leonardo DiCaprio, Timothy Chalamet, Himesh Patel, Jennifer Lawrence, Meryl Streep, Ariana Grande. I didn't know she was an actress. Jonah Hill. I mean, the list goes on. It's crazy. I'm already sold on this. And plus, it's a Netflix movie. Netflix is literally gonna destroy cinema, the movie theaters. I mean, they're going all out. They're throwing big budget movies out there, and they're getting huge actors to sign on to their movies. Number 7, we have The Last Duel. This is a medieval times type of movie directed by Ridley Scott, who's one of my favorite directors. He's made Gladiator and Alien, which are good movies. He's made some bad movies in the past, but not every director is perfect. But he has a really cool vision when it comes to these historical type of pieces or sci-fi, and I can't wait to see what he does with The Last Duel. And also, it's reuniting Ben Affleck and Matt Damon to the big screen, which has been a long time since that happened, and I'm just these guys have so much chemistry with each other. They've been friends, childhood friends, so it's great to see them back in the same movie. And then it also has Adam Driver, one of my favorite actors, and this all is in a medieval time period, which is really unique, a time period I really enjoy. So I'm very looking forward to this film. Number 6, we have Eternals. This is Marvel's movie that's coming out this year, and they're tackling another superhero team that we barely know anything about. This is the last time they did this was with Guardians of the Galaxy, and that film worked. It was great, and I'm sure Marvel will pull it off with these characters. The cast that has been revealed. They have Angelina Jolie, Kumail Nanjiani, Salma Hayek, all these really diverse amount of actors and diverse cast. And it's a Marvel movie, so it's gonna have that formulaic fun that Marvel movies are known to have. And I haven't seen a superhero movie, at least a good one, for the past year, and it'll be refreshing to see a Marvel movie after a long time. Number 5, we have Mission Impossible 7. I loved Mission Impossible 6 Fallout, which came out a couple years ago. The action, Tom Cruise doing his own stunts. The film itself was a blast, and Tom Cruise apparently screamed at a bunch of people in the cast in his crew, and he's not messing around. So I'm guessing this movie's gonna be a big deal, and I cannot wait to see it. There was behind the scenes footage of them filming on a moving train, on top of a moving train. So I'm sure the action's gonna deliver, and I cannot wait to see Mission Impossible 7 and what this new film and what new action set pieces this film is going to introduce and get us excited about. Number 4, we have No Time to Die. This is Daniel Craig's final James Bond outing, and I hope they give him a proper send-off. He's a very good James Bond, my personal favorite James Bond. He's been in my favorite Bond movie, which is Casino Royale. And it also has Rami Malek, another Rami Malek movie on my list, who's playing a villain. I've never seen him play a villain before. He's an actor that has a lot of range, so I'm guessing he's going to do a really good job and bring a unique take on a villain. And if you think about it, the best parts of Bond movies are the villains, because you have to be easily or equally invested in what the villain's trying to do, so that what James Bond is trying to do is just as investing, and so you can get behind. And the best villains in the Bond series, for me at least, I only have really seen the Daniel Craig and the Pierce Brosnan movies. So my favorite Bond villain is probably Le Chiffre, played by Mads Mikkelsen in Casino Royale, and also Javier Bardem in Skyfall was also a great villain. The movies that I don't even remember Quantum of Solace. I haven't seen that in a while. And Christoph Waltz wasn't all that great in Spectre, but looks like he's returning in this movie too. So it looks like a direct sequel to Spectre, which sort of concerns me, but at the same time is getting me excited. Maybe this film will maybe make Spectre a little bit better. I don't know, and a little bit more compelling. We'll have to see. From the trailer, it looks really action heavy and a lot of fun. And I can't wait. Number 3, we have The Suicide Squad. This is James Gunn's soft reboot or full reboot, I don't know, of the original Suicide Squad that came out back in 2016, which got a ton of mixed reviews. Me personally, I haven't seen it since theaters actually. I'm really excited for this film because James Gunn is a very good director. He made the 2 Guardians of the Galaxy movies. He's a great writer. He's really good with comedy. He does a great job of bringing these, lesser known characters, or these misfits, if you will. He has a knack for bringing these misfit type of characters that are not necessarily good people, like he did in Guardians of the Galaxy. And the Suicide Squad are actually worse people. And apparently it's going to be, from the look of the BTS footage that we got back in DC Fandom, it looks like cornball, popcorn, comic book fun. Everything from the look of the film to the costumes and the energy that the film is sort of seeping from the way the cast describes it, as well as the footage. It just got me excited, and this is probably going to be a very unique film, though it's going to, go through the motions of a superhero movie pretty similarly. I just want to have a good time, and James Gunn is going to deliver, I'm sure. Okay, we're coming down to the last 2. My number 2 pick is Dune. This is a science fiction property I have no idea about. I haven't even seen the original Dune that came out years ago, directed by David Lynch. I did some research about Dune, and this sci-fi world is very different. It's not Star Wars or Star Trek. It's a little bit more grounded, has a very unique look to it, and Denis Villeneuve is probably one of the good directors working nowadays. This trailer makes it look like it's going to be completely different. It has a really cool cast. It has Timothée Chalamet, Zendaya, Rebecca Ferguson, Oscar Isaac, Josh Brolin, Jason Momoa, Dave Bautista. This is a huge cast, and that's another big reason I really want to see this movie. And I love sci-fi, especially different ones like Blade Runner and Dune, instead of just Star Wars, because Star Wars is fun and I love Star Wars, but this is a breath of fresh air and a little bit more grounded. I really didn't want to put this on my list, but I couldn't help myself. This is my number 1 pick, the movie I'm really excited for this year, and that is Spider-Man 3. I hope the rumors are true of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield coming back. This is a childhood dream. I've always wanted different actors of the same character in one movie, and this is probably one of the coolest and probably the biggest crossover event ever, I hope. And even if they have cameos or not, I'm still excited for this movie. And even if this movie is a giant mess and is not as good, I'll still be entertained because of all, seeing Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield be Spider-Man again, and then possibly get Jamie Foxx's Electro to be redeemed, because that was god-awful back in Amazing Spider-Man 2. I'm really excited for this movie, and it's going to be opening a whole new world for the MCU to tackle. With the last time it was the Infinity Stones, now we're working with the multiverse. I hope they don't, get convoluted and messy, but I'm sure I have faith in Marvel. Even if they make a bad movie, it's just generic and it doesn't, ruin the whole flow of the films and stuff, unlike, Star Wars and how Star Wars has been for the past few years. So I'm really excited for Spider-Man 3. I cannot wait to see it. I cannot wait to get a glimpse at what we're getting sooner or later. Well, guys, those are my top picks for 2021 movies that I'm really excited for. Let me know in the comments what movies you're excited for. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, and share my video with your friends and family. And thank you for watching. Bye.